Good morning, this is my Shaman Oracle reading for this new week. Today is Monday, and today I'm reading for Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. And this reading here now is for Cancer. Welcome, Cancer. The reading starts with the Mood Crystals Oracle deck, and again, I'm using negative moods, and the card that came out for you is guilty. And guilty, I think, is a very common mood we all have experienced once in our life, or maybe even more than once. So guilt is a huge vampire of our emotional well-being, is the beginning of the reading. It impacts the mind and the spirit, and so can taint our self-concept. And although guilt is wired to the conscience and to help discern wrongs of the past, it can crystallize and harden our ability to grow and to move forward in life. Good stones to help out with feeling guilty, they are first, watermelon, Tourmaline. The stone allows you a portal to climb through and give you the courage to discover what lies above and beneath the surface. It generates the warmth and invites support for making amends. There is the stone Appache tears. It is a stone of absolution. It helps release the tense grip of guilt on the emotional body and encourages you to give it over to the earth as compost, lightening the emotional load. There is Chrysocolla. The stone clears the murky waters of miscommunication and so allowing space to objectively reflect without the stigma of guilt. It helps to convey your feelings from the depths of your heart. There is the stone Andalusite. It teaches to live and learn from our experience and to let go. It is a stone of deep introspection, so casting a protective shield over the emotional body when you are vulnerable to being manipulated or made to feel guilty. The Psychic Tarot deck card that came out for you is Firm Foundation. This card denotes that you have already or are currently working toward establishing a solid foundation in the material world. Using good judgment and healing lessons from the past concerning financial matters will assist you in laying a firm groundwork, and by doing so, security will have a better chance of building in the future. The material power that is now around you can either be an advantage or a disadvantage, depending on how you respond to it. So do not let your current position determine who you are. Remember to give back and prime the pump of prosperity, for true spiritual and material wealth is as much about giving as it is receiving. Seek proper investment advice and realize that you do not have to hold on to your possessions too tightly. Just be flexible and allow things to continue to flow. The Sacred Destiny card that came out is Flow. Here's again Flow. And the card is about a meandering river. A meandering river is a waterway that curves, bends, turns, and seems to swing side to side as it flows forward. Viewed from above, this meandering river looks sinuous and even like a snake. Meandering rivers are dynamic as they wind their way across valley floors and bring life-giving sediment to new habitats. The word meander was derived from the ancient Meander River, which flows into the Aegean Sea. The Greeks created symbols for meander that have been described as some of the most important symbols for the ancient Greek culture. They represented the fluid movement of water and the eternal flow of all life. The twisting patterns were also thought to represent the serpent, which was the symbol of healing. Hence, our present-day symbol for the doctors is the caduceus. The sacred landscape wants you to know there are times to hold on tight to the shore, and there are times to enter the flow. Notice where life is going and move in that direction. Watch for signs and follow them. Do not resist. When you go with the flow, your life force expands and healing on all levels abounds. This is also the time to release old limiting patterns and forgive and let go of the need to be right about your beliefs all the time. If you aren't feeling the smooth currents of life, it might mean that you are being self-critical or judgmental. When you enter the flow with gratitude and with love, you will find blessings surrounding you. You will enter into a state of grace and healing can happen. The Oracle of the Seven Energies card is about healing the heart. Here we have some continuation of the topics, I think. So the healing of the heart here relates to the key concepts: healing, making amends, the willingness to release past pain, being responsible and accountable, taking time to get healthy, renewed, and rebirth after some suffering. When you are wounded emotionally, you need time to regroup and find your center. You may have recently endured a breakup or a betrayal, lost someone close to you, or lost an affliction that you gave too much power to. Perhaps you are watching someone to go through a difficult time and you feel bad that you cannot help them. Maybe you are still not over a past disagreement. No matter the cause of this heartache, deep healing is called for. This happens on its own timetable and can never be rushed. The path to healing is that the heart centers on reciprocity, the flow of giving and receiving. Sometimes wounding occurs because you have become too dependent on another person, and this is accompanied by the desire to manipulate or control an outcome. Both wounding and healing usually begin within, not from the outer conditions of our lives. We often believe we can be wounded only by others, but we do more damage to ourselves in the self-sabotaging way that we think and we behave. It is important to take steps to heal yourself and become willing to release the pain of the past, which can be tempting to revisit. It is time to take responsibility for your part in this healing journey. So look for ways you can help yourself and others. Are you willing to make amends if needed, or conversely accept someone where they are without trying to influence their growth process? Healing the heart in all aspects is your priority now. Nothing else matters. Only beauty and goodness will come as a result. And that is good. And the last card is the Bob Ross Oracle card deck. And the card that came out is the Highlight. Light and dark constantly battle for dominion, but in painting, sometimes just the tiniest bit of light will allow an object to stand out from its surroundings. Just think where the light would strike, Bob would tell his viewers. Maybe there is just a little light singing through, just enough to make this edge shine a little bit, just a tiny bit. The highlight allows us to focus our attention on what the painter thinks is important. So let the highlight guide you to focus your energy on what is most important in your life. That was the reading for you, Cancer. I thank you very much for listening. I wish you a good start into this week. Take care and goodbye.